Hey folks, my name is Kason, although you may know me as Kalo, and today I want to talk about the Future of Crucible. A few days ago, the devs posted an update along with an extended vlog from the franchise lead Colin, talking about the considerably rough launch and basically their reaction to it. I'm not going to go through everything that they talk about here, more so my takeaways from it, so if you haven't seen it already, go ahead and do that. There are a few main points I want to hit on here. The most shocking, although not super surprising one, is the removal of Alpha Hunters. If you know me, it's no secret that I'm a big Heart of the Hives guy, but I do enjoy playing Alpha Hunters. In the game's current state, especially with the player base not being fantastic, it's nice to be able to just hop in with a friend and frag out in some quick fights. Alpha Hunters has the potential and presence to be a main mode. It just arguably struggles with depth and can be written off as just another BR. Pair those issues with the fact that almost nobody is playing the mode compared to Heart of the Hives and even Harvester Command, and their decision is not very surprising. I stand by it being shocking though. I've been alpha testing this game since like 2017, and for the majority of that time, Alpha Hunters was the only mode that the game had, so to see it being put away so quickly is, I don't know, I feel for the devs. There was no way that was an easy decision for them. That said, I think the biggest takeaway here is that balance is gonna no longer be muddled by the different modes. For example, a character like Rahi is pretty oppressive in the late game of Alpha Hunters if you know how to play them well, but in Hives they struggle to make an impact, at least in a consistent way. Now the balance team can focus on how to help Rahi, whether that's through quality of life or buffs or whatever they decide on, without worrying about how these changes are going to affect him in the other modes. The other major thing I want to highlight is the Trello that came with this dev update. Near the bottom of the blog post you can find a link to a Crucible roadmap, which is going to be constantly updated as things change over time. I feel it important to emphasize here that the game's only been out for a couple weeks now, so the fact that the devs are being this active in not just listening to the community feedback, but taking action and steps immediately based off of it is really good. And I think that sentiment is ringing true throughout the community. If you look at the comment section for the YouTube vlog that they posted, it's filled with a lot of positive responses, and for good reason. It's easy to say that you're going to do something, but they've already been putting out constant updates since the game launched. To be able to see what their highest priorities are, and for them to publicly recognize that the game has issues that need to be worked on now, I don't know, it keeps me hopeful. Speaking of which, if you go over to the roadmap, you can see which things they're working on immediately and which ones are next up to bat. I want to highlight the sort of trend that's happening in the in progress bar here. You'll notice that every single one of these changes or improvements is focused on making the Heart of the Hives, the core Crucible experience, better for new players. Let's make the game feel better, let's teach you the game better, let's let you talk to your teammates. I'm not trying to make excuses for them not having that in at launch, but we cannot blame them for acknowledging their mistakes and doing their best to remedy them. Little side note here that I'm with you guys. I've been seeing it on the Reddit and in the Discords. Preseason was a big mistake. They should have called it beta or early access or alpha or something. But the preseason thing, obviously, I don't know. Marketing error. I don't know. I won't pretend to know. We all know that it's a blunder, but let's just move forward and keep our fingers crossed that this amount of action is going to help the game bounce back. Hopefully, whichever corporate suit or whoever made that call to release the game as preseason instead of beta isn't in charge of whatever marketing they choose to do once the game's in a better state and they want to do a big ranked release or new characters or whatever it is. Okay, and then the last thing I want to talk about is just this channel. I am going to continue making content for Crucible. There's still a lot to teach the community about the game and Heart of the Hive specifically. So you can expect consistent uploads, probably not a ton, maybe 1 or 2 a week, but I want to keep churning the content out and staying by Crucible's side as it patches itself up and becomes the great game I know it can be. I guess as a little sneak peek, the next video I'm working on is something along the lines of 2 things you didn't know about every hunter. There are a lot of in-depth mechanics that don't visibly show themselves in the game, and I think highlighting some of those will help people enjoy the characters that they're playing just that much more. That's going to be it for me though. If you liked the video or learned something, give it a thumbs up. If you want more Crucible content like this, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay safe, stay beautiful, and I'll see you later. Peace.